Gemini, I'm going to do your Let's See Why spread. I'm going to get a feel for what's going on with you currently. I'm going to be moving from past energy to present, future. If I need clarifiers, I will do so. Understand that this is a general reading and it may not resonate with everybody. If you are called to watch it and it does not resonate with you or it is not your situation, then it may be that you are the messenger for someone close to you. Got the Hermit wanting to come out already, so you're trying to either, and the Queen of Swords, maybe aligning to your past and cutting out anything that don't serve you. Let's see. It may have just been a small message for some. Alright, we're going to cut the deck. The Four of Wands at the bottom. You're cutting out, you may be cutting out something and following your path to really bring stability. For some of you to bring that twin in, let's see what's going on. Six of Wands came next. You will have victory in it. I'm going to take it. Gemini's, what's going on? Anything else? Alright. Queen of Swords back at the bottom of the deck. So in the past, you definitely cut out something. Something that wasn't bringing you the energy I feel from it is that you felt as if you lost a sense of being grounded, being stable, being a nurturing energy, being dependable. You had to really go within and gain a new perspective on what's going on to make the proper cuts, because something in your past you weren't satisfied with, and I feel like you knew it wasn't necessarily aligned with your higher calling. So you definitely took the time to try to bring some kind of balance. Yeah, here we go with the Hermit again, and the Lovers under that with the Magician. So you really paired with Spirit and with the universe to really put yourself on a proper path. Put yourself on the proper path, and you made the cuts required with a certain amount of accuracy and a certain amount of clarity. You kind of didn't hold back on what needed to be said and what needed to be done. And it may have taken some time, and you may have had to go through a few things, a few word wars or mental battles. You may have had to take back control over your mind, or, you know, take back your ideals or your way of thinking, your way of speaking from someone else or something else. Or you felt as if someone was being very deceptive and misleading with the things they say that they wanted, the way that they express themselves. You moved on from that, and it may have taken some time to do so, or to come to terms with it yourself. You also may have taken some time to come to terms with the direction you're going in next or now. Interestingly enough, I feel like this is where you are now, the Three of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. So still a bit of dissatisfaction, but ultimately putting in the work required to change the situation. You may be taking a deeper look at those you've chose to partner with, or will be taking deeper looks in those you hope to partner with, in order to avoid conflict. If you've already partnered with these people, you're kind of beginning to see, maybe some aspects of them or the situation or the way they handle situations. You may be seeing some kind of discontentment with that, a feeling of not being satisfied again. And I feel like that's what's bringing on this energy of you kind of keeping your feelings about it to yourself, but all in all, that's causing burden in your emotions, in your actions, in the way that you carry out certain acts or the way you carry out certain things. I am going to clarify your spread. So I don't want to leave it with you having this burdened feeling based on something that you're evaluating emotionally. I think you're fully taking the time to get comfortable with your position on this topic. There's a few things I want to clarify here. There's a few things I want to clarify. Okay, so I want to clarify what's going on with this partnership here in this middle section. What is this conflict? You may not be, and immediately what I felt is that you may not be able to maybe lead the project in the way that you want to, or have full control over the work that's being put in. But when you're working with others, you have to also remember that it's not going to be all what you want, and you kind of have to be willing to, or able to, get along with others and work well with others. And if this is a situation where your opinion is not really being valued, I feel as if you took that elsewhere, you would be very successful with that. And it also could be telling you to just have patience, continue to take action, continue to be strong within yourself, and continue to, I don't necessarily want to say do what you want to do despite, because if it is in regards to work, that could go, wrong. But be very assertive. Be very matter of fact in the way that you conduct yourself, in the way that you share ideas, the way you create, the way you take action, the way you utilize your masculine energy. And be creative. Be passionate. Create through your passion in order to inspire. People are more inclined to go about things in the manner that you want to go about them if you're able to compromise, if you're able to approach the situation by way of inspiring people, to nudge them in the direction you want to go in, is what I feel from this. So this definitely feels like a work reading, a career reading. You may have temporarily left the job in the past and come back to it, or this may be a new job. But it's something you made the decision to. Yeah, look at that. Oh, wow. It's something you've made the decision to invest in on a deeper level than you may realize, or it may be something that has the potential to offer you something that you feel is equal, that you feel you can have a true sense of gratification with. But, you can't get that without making sure that, one, you're looking after number one, that, two, that you have a plan, a full plan, and that you're actually taking bits of the future to help create your present. You know, you're really, make sure that you really speak from what your true heart desire is, and speak with a loving, nurturing, if possible, healing way. Meaning, don't just jump down people's throat if they disagree with you. Really be balanced on this. And we've got the devil here in reverse. Really be balanced. If something isn't going in the way that you want it to go, do not allow yourself to feel attached to the situation in a way where it can become toxic in your life. If you have information that others may not have, present that in a way that doesn't throw off the balance of the environment, that doesn't throw off the balance in the partnership. And if it's something that is not balanced, if it's something that you can't necessarily avoid conflict in regards to, then just know when to call it quits. I can see this going a number of ways, but what I really feel is that if you take a assertive but not demanding approach, you'll get the desired outcomes. Let's see what's going on with this King of Cups and Ten of Wands. Why are you burden moving into the future? Why is there potential for burden moving towards the future? Why is there potential for burden moving into the future, please, Spirit? King of Cups, King of Cups. So there's potential for burden. We got the star back at the bottom. There's potential for burden if you go in there overly expressing your emotions. If you go in there without a sense of level-headedness, a sense of really being in tune with what it is that you want, and not necessarily in a pushy way. I really feel, if possible, it will be the best if you can keep your personal life separate from work, and if you can keep your differences, not necessarily to yourself, but if you walk into the situation not overly emotional and have the ability to compromise and bring healing to the situation, especially in the way that you communicate. You don't necessarily want to be in and out of it, but you want to show strength. Okay? And you want to release this feeling of being defensiveness, because this is how you ultimately get your victory. And welcome in true fulfillment, true contentment, being emotionally sound, being satisfied with self, and really taking that new opportunity to perhaps connect differently in the way that you the way that you come in and apply your true self to the project. Okay? Don't get pushed over. Don't get pushed over. But walk into the situation with just a new balanced approach. Okay? And you will get the justice that you seek. Work through your passion, work through your true feelings, and take that opportunity to truly have this victory that can be had. Keep your head on right and go after that new beginning, because you don't want to be bogue. Okay? You want true fulfillment. And as long as you stay aligned with self and nurture self, you will gain that joy that you desire. Whatever career you're going after it because it appeals to your emotions. It appeals to the way you feel. This may be something you've desired for a while, but it hadn't come together. Advice for moving into the future. Advice moving into the future, please. Let's get some advice moving into the future. Advice moving into the future. So the Queen of Cups did come out in reverse initially. And I think that's what it's saying again, is to contain yourself. Moving forward, this coming out in reverse, continue to embody more of the King of Wand energy rather than the King of Cup energy rather than the Queen of Cup. Hold on to the way you're feeling, because it may not be... Being overly expressive may be more of a hindrance in this line of work for whoever this resonates with. Keep a neutral level of communication. Communicate your actions. Communicate... I don't want to say withdrawn, but communicate more reserved. Don't allow your emotions to get the best of you. One, because that will end everything. Two, because that's what you're working on ending now anyways. You're working on giving too much of yourself. I don't think this is the time for you to give too much of yourself, but give enough to contribute without doing everything for everyone. I think that's what your real discontentment is in this. Some of you, you're doing too much. For others of you, you don't feel like you do enough. Like other people are taking over. And just let it play out. Let it play out. Don't get too connected. Don't get overly emotionally invested. Just keep everything neutral and allow things to die off in their natural way. Allow things to grow in their natural way. You have change when you have the Death card. You have dramatic change. So if things aren't going the way you want it to go, know that change is here for you. It will be a complete change as long as you don't allow your emotions to get the best of you. It's going to be your reading. Don't allow yourself to get your emotions to get the best of you. Fill yourself up. Don't give too much to this situation. See where it goes. It's going to be different for different people. So see how it goes according to how it your situation is resonating with your soul. If you're in a situation that you know is a career that you want, you got to understand, oftentimes people will get the career that they want, but in an establishment that is not so desirable. So if you find yourself in a job, or career, or starting your own business, whatever, if you find yourself in a position where you don't like the environment, or you don't like the people, or certain people, don't attribute that to the career path itself. Attribute that to the environment. Attribute that to the location or the people. It may not be time to change course, but if this isn't working out for you, and you've learned to temper yourself, you've learned to keep your emotions at bay and not to overextend yourself, then know that it just may be time to relocate. I don't feel that it's time for you to give up that career path in general. Let's see what you need to surrender for yourself. Let's see what you need to surrender for yourself. Surrender ego at the bottom. Caught my eye on camera. Don't get egoic. Oftentimes, ego can manipulate your true emotions, manipulate your mind, and have you thinking one thing when really it's ego. It's not your heart. It's not your emotions. It's just your mind saying, hey, this is new. I don't like these people. But oftentimes, and you have to remember, when someone triggers you, it's in regards to you. It has absolutely nothing to do with them, because that trigger was set off inside of you. You're being triggered. What is it about yourself that you can potentially change? What is being reflected back to you in these other people or these other situations that's causing a problem? There's a need to do some deep self-work here. We don't really have any cards of going within, so you need to go within. Bring some kind of balance to this, to yourself. Surrender to divine timing. Just looked at me. Divine timing is everything. Surrender the drama. Surrender the drama. You do not need drama. You really don't. Drama will create a blockage in you and in your path. Drama is fear in a different form. Surrender the drama. It doesn't have to be a dramatic tale, even if you do choose to walk away. You can walk away gracefully. Surrender to creativity. I remember mentioning that. Surrender to creativity. I immediately heard, for some of you, you're overly emotional or overly invested in the situation, and it's becoming a block to your creativity. For others of you, this partnership that you have here that's not, everybody's not working cohesively. It's blocking your creativity or stunning your creativity. It's one of your most valuable tools. And you definitely don't want to lose your creativity. And I remember telling you to apply your passions, apply all of this emotion that you're fighting, that you're holding back, it's just about to bust through the floodgates, pour that into your creativity, and I feel like that really will be recognized by your boss. And if you are the boss, then it'll be recognized by your potential clients, customers. When you allow your emotions to pour out through creativity, you get so much creative energy. So allow it to flow. Allow it to happen. Surrender to spirit. Spirit will work with you and work through your creativity, work through your passions, work through your everything. Spirit can work through everything. Okay? Spirit is your bodyguard. Spirit is your assistant. Spirit is your co-worker. Spirit is your boss. Spirit is your best friend. Spirit is you. Spirit is everything. Spirit is in everything. Everything is spirit. Embrace it and embrace yourself. And don't get overwhelmed. Don't get discouraged. Don't feed into the drama. Don't create drama. Move forward beautifully. Surrender to complete healing. As you learn how to do something with all this emotion you have, with all of this aggression you have, with all this combative energy you have, with all of this dissatisfaction, with all of this time, with all this emotion, with all of this potential change, surrender to complete healing. A part of this complete healing is this death, is this complete change. So go with it and allow it to happen. Okay? Allow yourself to surrender limits. That one looked at me and was very adamant. So surrender to setting limits. Surrender your desire to control people. Surrender your desire to control people. I think it's going to be your reading. Like, share, comment, subscribe, please, so that people can see these readings. People need to know what's up. Everything gets better with time, so let's put a little time on this channel so things can get better. Alright guys, have a great one. Thanks for watching.